They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. They don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Catch in the middle, it's Carr. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance it.
Lost to throw again. Got a man. It's Bradley. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket. He was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line in recent years.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Alabama's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Bradley. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Finds his big tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw to the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Punts it out of the air. At the 20, he's got space. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Gamecocks will snap it on first and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Winston. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Grab in the backfield. It's Edwards. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Holds and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, South Carolina. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Power football with the run. They open the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cooper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Carr. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking to throw again. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The tap. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Alabama!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Right, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. skips away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Using his legs, it's Bradley. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from us.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cooper. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Ran through the contact. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. New set of downs after the completion. Got it behind the line. It's Cooper. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. They'll immediately call timeout.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football. On third down, he drops to throw. Shoots it to the left. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Grabbed over the middle. It's Helms. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Timeout, South Carolina. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Timeout, South Carolina.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
Hey, and getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The sure hands, it's Carr. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Touchdown, Gamecocks! from the red zone for the score.
Down close, second and goal like this, you got to find your best matchup. Really nice play call. Looked like they had the defense on their heels there. That was a nice touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooper. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. He'll do it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
To work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's held. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, South Carolina.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. Breaks into the open. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard. but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game. Final drive coming for this offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Here comes the heat. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. Full wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Cooper. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to make it. And what a big stop for this defense. And they might be able to put this thing away. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of the season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked